going, everyone? This is your friend Tom Moore coming at you live from the Millie Club, the Spyderco Millie PM2 Para 3 Club. Sorry that name is so fucking long, but we try to short. You can't shorten it. It's what it is. It's the Millie Club. Coming at you on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, go subscribe to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you don't know, there's an awesome, like the best, and I mean the fucking best Facebook group associated with this YouTube account. Go join it. It's a blast. Almost 19,000 members. Been around for 5 years. Kicks ass. Go check it out. The Millie Club. So today we are going to tackle. I don't know exactly what this is, but it is really fucking nice. It's a hand satin magna cut and marbled fat carbon C or G McGuire fixie. It's a 4-inch blade, looks like maybe 4.5. Hand satin finish. So we're going to tackle this bad boy today with the TSProf Kadet. So let's get going on it. Did a little bit of sharpening today. I've been doing all the sharpening I have on camera, but I had 2 miscellaneous knives that were going to take like a couple minutes only, so I did them this morning. I've just been basically, I had a bunch of almost done orders. I'm trying just to get them done. So I finished up some things, got my packages all set. I had a package that come in that the guy sent it in August, and something happened. It got lost, or I don't know, but he never contacted me. He sent it in August. It showed up in December. I don't know who he was. I couldn't find a message from him anywhere. I dug through my messages for weeks. So I just had this package, but he finally got a hold of me and made his day when he found out his knife wasn't missing. So I had a couple of his knives done and waiting to go back. So my office is now nice and cleaned up. A bunch of orders all done. Okay. Let's see if we're mirroring this or if we're setting it. From the box, you get the name off of it. Alec. This is the one part that's not very fun. Whenever I get messages or get boxes in, if it hasn't been just like a day or two, here's the guy. I have to figure out if it's on Instagram or Facebook. If it's on Instagram, I have to like dig through stuff, so I found it. Okay, satin edge. This is what he wants, and that's what he will get. Let's get close and personal with my blade. Move the camera out a little bit more. Okay. Sharpie out. I can see what he's talking about. That's unfortunate. So what happened to this knife before, I can see. I'll zoom in and show you. So if you see this knife, you know it wasn't me. Someone sharpened this knife. I don't know. It might have been the owner. But they didn't use a stop collar. And if you see the edge, there's little nicks. There's one right there. There's some right there. Little lines that go past the edge. That's what happens if you don't use a stop collar and your stone goes up past here where mine stopped. I can't push past there. But if you don't use a stop collar, you push past there, and that's how these scratches happen. People ask all the time, like, I don't know how it happened. It happens without you even realizing it. I have done it a few times. I've done it twice that I can remember. And both times is because one time I didn't have the stop collar tightened. The next time I just forgot to readjust it for a different size knife. So, and I didn't even see it until the end on one of them. Let me move my camera. This overhead camera arm is too cool. Gotta get it all nice and square. There we go. Okay, let's find the angle. We are too high. Go down. Too high. So this is the TSProf Kadet Nero. So Nero means it's the black version, but it's not the Pro version. So the Pro version has a dial in the back where you do what I'm doing now. It's basically the only time you use it. I have to use my hand on the machine and just kind of move it around a little bit. Oops, we didn't tighten this all the way. Moved around a little bit. Yeah, we weren't tight. Okay, let's check this side. We are right about there. If you can see, there's no more Sharpie. I'm going to go down a little bit, but not too much. Okay, let's re-Sharpie this and see how it looks. Spending an extra minute to get this dialed in perfectly can save you a lot of time in the end. So as you can see, the whole edge is completely clean. We got a good angle. We're going to use that. Start on this side. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. Okay, so this knife, we're not going to need to use tape really because I have a flat grind line to hit. So if I overshoot the edge, let's tape it anyway. I don't want to hit that. It's got hand set and finish on it. Hand satin finishes can get scratches in them fairly easily that show up. The nice thing about hand satin though is because it's already got like grain in it, you can I've used a rusty eraser in the past to get scratches out of hand satin finishes. This rub out pretty easy actually if they're not deep scratches. Oop. Okay, under the camera. There we go. And 150 grit stone. Check the stop collar. So as you can see, the stop collar keeps it from going past base of the edge, the work we want. This is a pretty nice edge, very consistent bevel from the maker, which makes sense. It's a custom knife, but that's not always true by any means. Some makers aren't great at their edges. They're great at making knives, but they don't have the best edges always. Okay, let's check for a burr. Sharpen a little bit more on this side. Well done edge. I got a very interesting comment on EDC go no go. Someone asked yesterday, which is totally okay. Someone asked about me and my sharpening if they had dealt with me, and that's fine. I would do the same if I was sending me expensive knives, and I had great responses, except for one was extraordinarily negative, and I don't know who this guy was because I've never sharpened for him. So he was speaking out of his ass because he's never used my knives. I'm not saying I'm always perfect or I'm the best sharpener or anything like that. That was a really negative comment. So I responded. That's all I need to do. He did not respond back. Make sure it's still straight. Okay. He did not respond back. So if you are watching this, because I did send a link to this YouTube channel, this is how I sharpen. Criticize if you will. Let's go check out the comments. We got Chase. in the house. I did it with my KME and Old Chef. Yep, I'm guessing you mean rode the stone up on the blade. That does happen. Can't wait for mine to show up. Facebook user, what are you waiting for to show up? Is it a KME or is it a TSProf or is it a knife? Missed the beginning. What steel is this? This is Magnicut, I believe. It says Mag USA. So I'm guessing that's Magnicut. Always going to be a hater out there. Yep, he was hating. It was weird. I mean, I have made mistakes. I have improved dramatically over the last year doing this professionally. I mean, not that wasn't good enough when I started, but I'm better now. So there's definitely knife edges I've done that are better than others. So I don't know. It made me very concerned, but it was nice to see the responses. There was a lot of positive response about people I've worked with. You may realize how many people I've sharpened for that saw that too. It was kind of crazy. Trying to adjust the camera so I can sit in my chair without leaning forward. This is a nicely made knife. It's thought about on how to sharpen it. So it's got a flat grind, but it's got a nice little sharpening choil. Most sharpening choils I see aren't big enough, or they're too big, or this is made specifically for that. It's the right size. I can sharpen without hitting anything. Stone can get to the very end of the edge. Okay, flipping. Checking for a burr. I don't really have one that's noticeable yet, so let's do another. Let's apex this again. We'll try and make sure we get a burr before we move on. Part of the reason I like the Kadet, the TSProf Kadet, I haven't used the KO3, I'll be honest. I got this over the KO3 on purpose because I like how small it is. Like you see here, I can move it around with my hand. I'm holding the back. I always operate. This is how I learn to sharpen on a KME, is by holding the handle of the base while I sharpen. So sharpening for me is a two-handed activity always. It feels weird just putting one hand behind your back and sharpening with one arm. Like this makes me feel sturdy and secure. I like that I can pick this up and relocate it simply. Sometimes I wish it was heavier so it would stay a little more planted, but it's plenty stout. And unless I really start going to town on it, it stays put. But I like how small it is, and I like holding on to that part of the assembly to keep it in place. It's just part of my process, I guess. What it makes me feel comfortable using this type of system. Check for a burr. Okay, got a burr there. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, I think we should just be about there. Let's do just one more pass on this edge. Get the scratches all lined up, going the same direction. Make sure there's no different sheens showing from where I started and stopped the stone in the light. So I'm going to move it around a little bit, take a look, looking for any crazy scratches or anything looks out of place. Checking for a burr. We got a nice burr now. So now we're going to flip it. I can feel the burr. It's kind of sticky when you slide the stone across it. Yeah, it's there. It's pretty stout steel. It's taking a little bit to get much of a burr on it. But we should be good here. And to just hop over to our 400 grit stone in a second. Once everything's looking nice and clean and lined up. Okay, let's check the light for anything. Looks good. Got a nice little burr. The whole edge. Now we're going to switch to our 400 grit stone. This is a satin edge, so that's the only one we need to do. You feel the burr going away. Okay. This is a really nice fixie. I don't see a ton of fixed blades. And usually, I don't know, they're fine. They don't excite me, but this one's really, really nice. I really like this handle. I like the blade finish too. I like the size of it. It's big, but it's not huge. It's got good ergonomics. It's not heavy. This blade is very attractive hand satin. That was pretty bomb. Okay, let's check. It looks good. I'm going to try to hit these little scratches from a diamond stone with a rusty eraser on the edge and see if it can kind of polish them out. Sometimes rusty erasers are able to take out some scratches off a hand side, so I'll give it a try. No promises. Gotta find it. Where'd my rust eraser go? Oh my gosh. I better not lose that thing. I've had it for years. Oh, I'll find it later. Okay, let's drop this. Let's see what angle we're at. We never really checked that. So we are at 0 cube out. 19.5 degrees. So I take that off, switch to a 3 micron strop. Pull off the edge, re-zero it, and go up about 0.5 degree. Now we're going to strop it real quick. There's another sharpener that's got my interest, the Halfstone R2. I like the style of stone holder, and the Halfstone one obviously has a really good universal one. I don't know how I feel about the RS's style of holder compared to this. This works better so far for me, but okay. Okay, let's see how this bad boy cuts. One of the criticisms were that my knives are very hit or miss if they're sharp, and that I leave burrs on the edge. So I'm not saying I've never had an unsharp knife. However, every single knife that I send out, or at least for quite a while, as long as I don't space out doing it, I do a cut test. And I usually do it on camera to show that the edge is good. And a lot of times it fails, and I redo the edge. So I start at the base, and I pull through the whole edge to make sure there's no burr, no chips, no snags. I do this on camera. Just about every knife, I'm pretty sure, to show that it's sharp and it cuts. I don't send knives out unless I test them. But anyway, should we do another knife? I got time? No, I gotta pick up my kids in a little bit. Crap. So we're just gonna do one knife today for this one, and I'll do another video when I get back from picking up my kids. We'll sharpen an Arius next later this evening. I am starting to run out of knives to sharpen again. I need knives, so if you want to get your knife sharpened, shoot me a DM and send your knives in, and you'll get them sharpened, and you'll get them on video, and you'll get to watch the whole process. This is a 19.5 degree edge, done to 400 grit, dropped to 3 micron guy juice, and it is very, 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 very sharp. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. That was a fun little quick sharpening session while I had a minute. Cool camera. Loving it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. This is Tom Moore from the Millie Club, YouTube and Facebook. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm really, really trying. It's my focus of all my content is YouTube right now. I'm trying to grow that channel. So give me a subscription and I will treat you to good videos. All right. Peace out. Bye.